Hey everybody, welcome to Onion Smoke Shack. I'm Onion, and this is a place where we're going to barbecue low and slow, hot and fast, and everything's going to be sweet and meaty. So come on in, make yourself at home. Everybody's welcome here. Let's get to cooking. Alright, so we're going to do a brisket today. This is the king of barbecue right here. This is the Willie Mays of meat. This is the greatest that's ever been. Barbecued brisket. And there's nothing better than this. So we're going to do this Texas style today. We're just going to use equal parts ground coarse pepper and coarse salt. So we're going to just, all you got to do is just sprinkle that on there. This is a relatively small brisket today that I'm using. Normally the briskets I use are much bigger than this one. This is kind of a small one. And we're going to do that on both sides. And we're also going to add, I'm going to add today some Montreal Steak Seasoning, because I saw Malcolm Reed do that on one of his videos, and I love Montreal Steak Seasoning. If it's good enough for Malcolm Reed, it's good enough for me. If you haven't seen Malcolm Reed's YouTube page, you need to go check it out, because that guy is a barbecue master. And that's what we're doing today. I'm going to go get the Montreal Steak Seasoning, and then we'll add that on there. Alright, so then we just got to add on the Montreal Steak Seasoning. This is a tip from Malcolm Reed. I'll put a link to his YouTube site in the description box down below. So make sure you go check him out, because that guy is amazing, and he does great stuff. Nice guy, and he's worth checking out. Alright, so what we're going to do next is I am just going to wrap this up. We're going to barbecue this in the morning, so I'm going to wrap this up, put it in the fridge overnight, let all the spices and stuff get into it, and then tomorrow morning we'll get up and I'll show you how to do the smoker to help if you have like an egg type smoker, a Vision Grill, Komodo Joe, any of those. I'll show you how to put the charcoal in there to get a good long smoke. Alright, see you in the morning. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're doing a brisket. We're doing a long smoke. I want to show you how I set up my smoker for a long smoke. I put in 2/3 of a layer of unlit charcoal. Put some wood on top of it. I'm using pecan and cherry wood today. And then we're going to light a chimney of charcoal and put that on top, and then put some more wood in there, and that'll last us for the entire cook and some. Alright, so I just got a chimney about 2/3 of the way full of lump charcoal, and we're just getting that started. Then we'll dump that in on top of the unlit charcoal, add a few more chunks of wood. I'm going to be using a heat diffuser today, so I'll show you that and how to set that up. Alright, so we're just going to dump this chimney on top of the unlit and just let that kind of come up to temperature. Then we'll put the diffuser on and get cooking. Alright, so that's what the firebox looks like. We got a nice little fire going in here now. We're going to put the heat diffuser, the heat deflector in. It's called the Lava Stone, the Vision Grill Lava Stone. I cracked mine, but it still works, and we'll get that all set up. Alright, so I'm just about to put the heat deflector in, the Lava Stone. But before I do, I'm going to add a few more chunks of pecan and cherry wood, so we get this thing smoking up nice and good here. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my my broken heat deflector. And if you don't have a lava stone, you can get a pizza stone that's the right size and use that if you want to. It'll do the same thing. Now I just got to set up the grill. Alright, so we got the grill all set up. Everything's good to go here. And just got to put the meat on it. Hang on. Here it comes. We're letting the smoker come up to temp right now. And then we will put the meat on and get going. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I do here. Today my probe broke, my Maverick probe broke, and I wasn't a big fan of it anyway, so I'm going to have to get something new. Either an iGrill 2 or a ThermalWorks Smoke. But I wanted to show you what I do here. I'm going to be using just a regular old meat thermometer to kind of monitor the meat. What I do is I take the thermometer and I slide it into the meat, and then I fold this over. And it kind of keeps the grease and the smoke from clouding up the thermometer top, so I can just, when I go to look at it, I just peel that back and I can see it. Just an little trick. And today I'm using my Vision Grill ceramic smoker. It's kind of like the big green egg, but I call it the avocado because it looks more like an avocado than anything else. Love this smoker. Best thing I've ever had, man. It's incredible. Thank you, Vision Grills, for making such a quality product. Alright, so the smoker's up to temperature here. We're at 225 right now. I'm going to put this fat side up. And we're just going to let that smoke till it is done. So let me put this thermometer in right here. Alright, so we're going to let the brisket smoke for probably about 4 hours maybe. And then we'll come back, and I don't wrap it in foil, I wrap it in parchment paper because it still breathes and everything. I don't like to ruin the bark with foil, so I'm just going to use parchment paper, wrap that up, and we'll do the rest of it in parchment paper. You don't usually go by temperature, you usually go by color. On the when it gets that mahogany color, you wrap it. I wrap it. Alright, so we're going to just check this here and see if it's at the color we need it to be. And if it is, then we will wrap it up in parchment paper. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that is the right temperature for wrapping. We're at about 165 right now. Got the color I want. Nice bark going. So I'm going to wrap that into some parchment paper. Alright, so we're just going to pull this off here. Just going to wrap that there. So take that out for now. And we're just going to keep it. Alright, so we just got it wrapped in the butcher paper, parchment paper, on the grill. We're just going to leave it there until it comes up to temperature. And that should take about another 3 maybe hours. Maybe a little more. We'll have to see there. Alright, so the temperature is reading at about 2. Let's see what it says here. It's at 2:03, and it is time to take that puppy off there. So we're just going to take this off. And then we got to let it rest for a good hour, hour and a half. Alright, so there's the finished product there. And we are going to cut this open, take a few slices here. So you can see how juicy that is. See how juicy that is, and it just pulls apart. Good stuff. So the most important thing is don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to do it. Just do it. So there you go. You can see how juicy that is. It's just dripping with juices there. Quite the meal. Alright, so what we did today was brisket Texas style. We used salt and pepper in equal parts and some Montreal Steak Seasoning, and then we put it in the ceramic cook smoker. Then we put it in the ceramic smoker and left it in there for 4 hours, and then we wrapped it in parchment paper and left it in until it got up to an internal temperature of about 200 degrees, and then we took it off, let it rest for an hour, hour and a half, and then we took it out and sliced it. We also ran the smoker at about between 225 and 275. It was about 245 was what I was using for it. So give it a shot. Don't be afraid of the brisket. It's an amazing cut of beef, and if you're not afraid of it, you can do it. So give it a shot. Don't be afraid of it. Talk to you later. Love you guys. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe. We really need that. And subscribe to Simply Sadie and McKinley Darling, because they help me every week on these things, especially Simply Sadie. She's the best.